The gaming sector within crypto has seen massive growth within these last few months. Investing into gaming altcoins has proved to be very profitable for many already, and we haven't even come close to mass adoption. For reasons I'll share a little bit later in the video, I believe we're still early and there's time for new investors to take part. That means once the masses start flooding in, crazy gains will be realized and the gaming coins will start going even more parabolic. Which is why I'm here, guys. I'm Austin with Chonker Crypto, and today I'm going to show everybody 3 of my top picks from the gaming sector that I think are going to do amazingly well on the second half of 2024. Keep in mind, guys, there's no specific order for these 3 coins, but I am going to go through one by one and give a brief summary of what the coin either is and or does. We're going to take a look at the price, and then I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on why I think the coin is going to do well moving forward. If at the end of this video you liked or learned anything, hit that sub button, boys. Alright guys, I have CoinGecko pulled up here with our first pick, and keep in mind these are in no specific order like I said earlier. First one, we have Illuvium, currently sitting at $97, almost $98 per coin. They have not only just one game, they have 3 games that actually tie in together. So I'm going to show you guys their website and their 3 different games that they have. So here I am on Illuvium.io, their website, and we're going to take a look at their 3 different games. They're actually all 3 tied together. For example, one is like an open world game where you can earn resources to then use in the other games and vice versa. But the game itself looks very, very high quality for the crypto space. If you guys are familiar with a lot of the previous crypto games the last couple years, a lot of them do not look that great. And this is one of the outliers, I think, which is one of the reasons why I actually think this is going to do very well in the future. If you're on their homepage, you can scroll down just slightly and then take a look at all 3 of their actual games. They have Illuvium Overworld, Zero, and Arena. The Overworld is the open world type game. The Illuvium Zero is a city builder, and they have Illuvium Arena, which is like an arena battler game. I think the open world game looks very, very high quality and very good, as I was saying earlier, along with their other 2 games that also look very good themselves. And I think it's awesome that they all tie in together, and that way you can get items and resources in one to use in the other games. I think the whole thing actually looks very good for a crypto game. Just real quick, let's take a look at one of their little previews that they have on the website. I've also played the beta before, and it was very, very cool. They're having a new beta come up, which actually is paid. They're doing like airdrops for the people or the participants of the beta itself. I'm going to show you guys that in just a moment. So here I am on their beta page. I was kind of talking about that a little bit before. This is their 4th beta, it looks like, and I believe their final beta. They've had a couple in the past, one of them that I've participated in, but this one, they're actually giving airdrop rewards to the participants of the beta. So it looks like they have just around $20 million that they're going to be giving out to all the participants, you know, that actually play their game, which is crazy. If you go on their website here, you can actually register to be picked to play their beta, which I've done myself. I've already registered, but that's neither here nor there. Them doing such a significant airdrop for the people of their community is massive within the crypto space, I feel like, and is one of the main reasons why I'm backing this coin, why I feel like it's going to be successful in the future. Along with, like I said, the game just looks awesome and not just like a crappy crypto game that they mass produce, you know. Alright, so we're back on CoinGecko. Now we're going to take a look at some of the previous price history of Illuvium. Like I said earlier, it's currently sitting at right around $98. Let's scroll down. Previous all-time high, $1,911. Previous all-time low, $29. So right now it's about 3x from the previous bottom and about a 19x or more than 19x from the previous all-time high. For me, I feel like this coin's legitimate and has a successful future ahead of itself. Whether it actually hits its previous all-time high, I don't know. But right now, under $100, I personally feel like it's a great buy, just considering their product that they're shipping is legitimate. You know, it's actually cool. You know, it's not just like some crappy crypto game. I feel like Illuvium could be that one game that pops off and starts getting the mainstream people to start flooding in to the cryptosphere. Even if it's not, it is a strong product by itself. And like I said, I feel like it's a strong pick moving forward in the later half of 2024. All right, boys, up next, we have Immutable, which is actually not a standalone like game itself, but is a platform for Web3 crypto games. I believe currently they have over 300 games that they host. It's like massive. They also host, say, like NFT marketplaces that could be connected to those games. For example, one of them they have is like a card game where each of the cards are NFTs. One of the things they also host is the marketplace where you can buy, trade, and sell those NFT cards, you know, to play the game. It's very cool. I'm going to show you guys their website and a little bit more about it. All right, so I'm on the Immutable website, and I'm actually on their products page for their games, which lists all of them. As I was saying, they have over 300. They have over $1 billion in funding between all those. Over 20 different marketplaces. Like I was saying, for example, that NFT marketplace for the card trading game, they host as well, like 20 of those marketplaces. Altogether, everything is massive, the amount of stuff that they have. I'm just going to scroll through just quickly, just check out some of their games they have. A bunch of these I've never even heard of before, but they look really cool, honestly. But basically, the chances of Immutable holding that one game that pops off to the mainstream public is high. You know, the more games that any platform hosts, you know, there's just more chances of one of them actually becoming that one game that actually goes crazy. So that right there is one of the reasons that I'm behind Immutable and why I think it's going to do well in the future. Another massive reason why I think Immutable is going to continue to do well in the future and is such a strong pick is not only do they host all these awesome games, but if we scroll down here, they actually develop SDKs, which are software development kits. Essentially, it is pre-written code that Immutable develops and then gives to game developers. So essentially, Immutable programs and develops all the crypto backend stuff, such as wallet integration, the NFT marketplaces and whatnot, and then gives that pre-written code to these game developers to put into their game. This allows the game developers to work on, you know, just the game side of stuff, as opposed to trying to integrate wallets and, you know, crypto stuff. This allows games that normally would not be connected to crypto or Web3 to be, you know, put onto the blockchain and become a Web3 crypto game. This is insanely powerful and a big thing. So with having over 300 games and with having the pre-written code they can give to game developers to then add more games onto their platform, it's kind of crazy. I really like Immutable. One of the very last things I want to show you guys is one of the games that Immutable hosts is actually Illuvium, which is kind of crazy, kind of cool. Like I was saying earlier, guys, all it takes is one game to start popping off before the masses start flooding in to the gaming cryptosphere. And the fact that Illuvium is built on top of Immutable on their platform is kind of a double whammy. If Illuvium pops off, you know, Immutable is going to do well. If Immutable pops off, I feel like Illuvium is going to do well. They kind of go hand in hand, and I think both are very strong picks for the gaming sector. We have Immutable pulled up here again on CoinGecko. Let's check the previous all-time high real quick. 952 with the previous all-time low being 37 cents. I feel like around 250 is still in the buy range, considering, you know, how much Immutable has going on for it with all the games that are listed, all the stuff it has, you know, going for it. I don't necessarily, it definitely could. I'm not saying it's gonna hit the previous all-time high, but it wouldn't surprise me if it went past it, you know, especially if one of the games started popping off and gets some mainstream traction of any sort, it's gonna blow right past that. Last up on our list for today, we have Katana Inu, which is a battle royale game that has their own gaming coin. It is definitely a more risky play compared to the other two picks that I just showed you guys. This one only has a $37 million market cap, which is one of the reasons why I actually like this pick. It is a lot more risky, but the returns on it are potentially way higher than the other two. Since it has a lower market cap, it's a little bit more obscure of a coin. On CoinGecko, it's ranked 818. If we scroll down, or actually click on the markets here, We can see that it's not on any giant exchanges. I had to use Uniswap to grab some. So it's a little bit more difficult to grab, but like I said, the returns are potentially very high for this coin if it continues to do well in the future. I'm going to show you guys their website and more about the game that they have. As I was saying, it is a multiplayer battle royale game, which is one of the reasons why I like it. Battle royale is very popular. If we scroll down, I'm going to show you just a couple of their characters that they have in the game so far. They got a bunch of cool ones like the Baby Doge, Shiba Inu, the other Baby Doge, bunch of different stuff. I'm going to show you guys a video that they have on their Twitter real quick, just of when their new characters coming out. The animations are really cool. I think it's really high quality. I think it looks awesome. And this is just one of the smaller crypto games, you know, which generally do not look very good. One thing I like about their page, they have a team members section of their website. If you scroll down, they have Ryan Horn on their team, which is ex-Binance NFT director, which I feel like is pretty cool. If we check out the about page for their game, we can actually see it's going to be a play to earn ecosystem. So where you can actually play the game to earn crypto, which is very popular last cycle. I feel like this cycle is going to be a big thing too for all the games. People always want to earn stuff and feel like they're gaining something when they're playing, especially if they're playing a Web3 or crypto game. That's massive. Another thing that I like, generally with a lot of these smaller crypto projects, if you check out their Twitter, you can get kind of a good feeling for how the project is actually going, or you're moving forward or not moving forward at all. We can actually see they're constantly posting updates, AMAs, you know, partnerships, that type of stuff. And it's just non-stop. So they're constantly working on the stuff, constantly building. And that just means once, you know, everything's actually finished, ready to go, they're gonna have a working, polished product, you know. Real quick, I'm gonna show you just a video from their Twitter of some gameplay. A lot of it is very impressive for, like I was saying, for such a small project that's going. The Immutable and the Illuvium are much, much bigger in scope and, you know, financially. So it's kind of crazy to see such a high quality game from such a small, you know, group of people. I definitely think this game does well in the future. Let's take a look at the chart one more time for Katana Inu. So you can see over the past year, it's up over 250%, which shows me that the coin's doing well. It was up significantly more, which everything else was, and then it started coming back down. But at this point, I still think it's a solid buy, at least to me. And I definitely think it's at least going to surpass, you know, this 0.003 that we've already hit once everything else starts picking up. And or if some crypto game starts popping off. Like I said, all it takes is just that one magical game. If you guys made it this far into the video, I appreciate you. If you guys like this video format, go ahead and drop me a comment and let me know. If you think I suck or you think I'm ugly, drop me a comment and let me know that. Thank you guys.